Hi, and welcome to episode 12 of Two Crafty Stitches. Today is September 13th, 2015. I am Sandy, also known as Knits and Bits.
And I'm Kelly, also known as Pearly Girl 75, and today we are being visited by my dog, Lucy.
Yay! You need to get up a little bit higher.
Yeah,
yes.
She's kind of small.
We'll see how she lasts on this episode.
Yeah, I might be running and telling her to leave the room. Yeah. She's a miniature cockapoo, and she's like 15 pounds.
So, and that's why you only see like a little tuft of hair.
Yes.
She's not sitting.
She's got very short legs.
Sometimes I
kind
don't
of
even
like
know if
me.
She's sitting. She's the complete opposite of my dog.
Yes.
Who's taller than me.
Anyway.
Knitting podcast.
Yes. Not a dog breed podcast.
So,
it's going to be one of those days.
It is. So for our new items, I don't have anything. So
I have some stuff, of course, as always.
Hey, it's good. I've been doing rescue missions, which we'll talk about later.
Okay. So I'm going to start off by untying a knot.
A knot that you can't see. There we go. Which bag is that?
Oh, there's a tag. I was going to say, I have no idea. I got it years ago from the Silver Pumpkin, and it is the silverpumpkin.etsy.com.
I like it.
And it's a cute little drawstring, and it has little handles. I'm not sure, like, we'll have to check before we link to make sure they're still in business, because like I said, I got this years ago. But it's cute, and it's actually just the right size to go in my work bag, because I have in it something I haven't worked on at work at all. My little spindle, and I have like 2 little small things of fiber, because I figured that would be plenty. Obviously, more than enough, because I haven't done anything. But I wanted to take a minute, because I know last time, 2 weeks ago, when we recorded, I was talking about my little nano spindle, and I was talking about my standard size, and I did find on Etsy like where it's listed as to what the sizes are, and I totally didn't put it in our notes and forgot. But it's on our Etsy shop, like listed, like this is the nano, and it is this big, and this is whatever. And so,
everything that I was asking.
Yes, you can find it on her shop. And so anyway, but I went ahead and ordered a mini, which is a size between the nano and the standard, and so I thought I would show you guys so that you can see a size comparison. And it's really awesome that it blends in with my shirt very well.
I was about to say, it all kind of blends in.
I'm going to move it over to this side. And this is like the most awkward.
Here,
help me out here. Take one of them. Take the one take the one that blends in with my couch and not my shirt. I don't know. Here, wait.
There we go.
This is some really exciting viewing for you guys, I'm sure. You're like, what is happening here? So, we have standard, mini, nano. Just in case you needed to know. So, the nano and the standard, I think, retail for about $15, and the mini was $10.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know why, but, you know, that's cool. So, that's the first thing I was going to show, which is not even on our show notes, so, because I thought about it a few minutes ago.
Hey, you were still more prepared than me.
Hey, at least I did the show notes this morning.
Seeing that I didn't have much progress.
Well, I was trying to do them on my phone and then on my tablet, and then I was just like, this is not working. I can't like copy the file to make a new one from one of our old show notes, so I had to get out my computer, and it was a big, huge deal. Anyway, so one of the other things that I got this week, I have been trying to, for a very long time.
She's being so cute right now.
She is being really cute, but you can't see it. Sorry.
She's super small.
She's laying between us, and she's got her head right on Sandy's leg, just like that.
She does this.
She does that to me all the time when
Never
Sandy's not here.
She's
but
like, what?
Now she stopped. Now that Sandy got her camera out, or her phone or whatever, she's like, yeah, no.
I also thought maybe I should turn off the ringer.
Oh. So, I thought you were going to like start taking pictures and doing like live Instagram posts as we're recording, because that'd be pretty awesome.
Yes, but then I remembered the ringer was on.
Oh, Well, my ringer's on, but my phone's in the other room.
Anyway,
so the Into the World is a dyer of yarn and fiber, and she makes this colorway called Captain Tightpants. And I have bought in the past, I bought a skein of the sock yarn and I made a project out of it. It was a little shawl that I made, and I just love that color. And Sandy can attest to this, because a lot of times when we are looking at and showing each other pictures of things on Instagram that were like really cool, or like, oh, I really like that, and I'm like, oh, well, that's Captain Tightpants. Or I'm like, hey, I really like this. Look, I bet that's Captain Tightpants. And Sandy's like, look, someone spun this fiber, and I'm like, that's Captain Tightpants. So I've been wanting to get the fiber, even though I've like knit something with the yarn. I've been really wanting to get the fiber, and every so often, and I haven't been like obsessively checking for it. I know, it's surprising. Every once in a while, when I think about it, I'm like, hey, I wonder if she's got an update yet or not. And if she's put the Captain Tightpants colorway. And she has had some in her shop for the past few times I've checked, but it was like a merino yak or something like that. And it was very, she's playing with the spindle. It was a very, it was more expensive than I was, more than I was willing to pay, because I was not.
And you haven't spun yak before.
No. And so I just wanted like either a merino or a Polworth or something very, very basic that I could spin. And so, anyway, so I caught an update. I think it was like, when did I send you that message? It was like mid last week or something. I mean, it was less than a week ago.
Recently.
Yeah, that I was like, oh my gosh, I just caught an update for the fiber that I want. And so it actually came in the mail yesterday, super speedy shipping, which is awesome. And I ordered 2 bumps because I've been waiting for it so long. I was like, well, and I have my thing where I don't like spinning just like 4 ounces of something, even though I don't really spin a lot. But I'm like, it has to be like 6 to 8 ounces for it to be worth it. I don't know. So I got 2 of them. It's a Polworth Tussa silk mix. And so I'm glad I'm amusing you. So anyway,
all I'm thinking is, how's your e-spinning doing?
Shut up. so anyway, here it is.
It's so pretty.
Yes. That's the noise it makes when it comes into contact with people, I guess. It was so funny because when it came in the package was so small, and I was like, I ordered 2 of them, right? But it's like, really how she packages them, they're very condensed. But it's either it's between 4 to 4.3 ounces. So, it might be a little more than 8 ounces. I don't know. And then
make sure you weigh it before you actually spin it.
Yeah, I will. And then I've got, she sent me a little sample of a colorway that is called On the Rocks, which is a merino, superwash merino silk blend. And it's a cute little sample.
I want to see the color more.
There.
That's pretty. Really pretty.
Yeah.
I like that.
So maybe I'll have to like spin that on the mini spindle.
Seeing your nano is being taken up.
Yes. Yes. And then the other thing that I got in the mail this week, which I have not really had time to look at, but Sandy's making me talk about it anyway, is the autumn.
Doesn't have to be talking about it.
Is the autumn issue of Ply, and their theme, because they always have like a different theme, is texture. So the one thing I did notice, though, I will say about this issue, and I saw it actually on Instagram before the issue came, and I was like, that's a really cool idea, is that it is now, and I don't know if you can tell, like, from our awesome whatever, but it is now indexed, like with tabs.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know. I thought that was like the best, not the best thing ever, but I mean, such a clever idea. It's got, so on the inside, it's got the different tabs listed. And then if you're like, oh, I want to look at the articles about fiber prep, and you just go to the little red tab, and oh, those are all the articles about fiber prep. So I thought that was a really cool new feature to their magazine.
And I didn't actually look at the article, but
I haven't looked at any of it.
But I was flipping through it about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I do want to look about, it was spinning yarn and then wrapping it with metal.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to see what you can actually do with that afterwards.
Yes.
And what kind of metal? Because I would think that would be kind of
probably
difficult
just like
to knit with.
Well, just like, I guess, like metal wire, like for jewelry or something.
There's different gauges in that. And
well,
I don't know. I want to see a finished project with that.
Okay. Well, I don't know if it's in here, but we'll find out.
I know. We're going to have to look.
So, that is it for my new items. As far as I know. Yes. And you don't have anything new.
No.
But you can go ahead and talk for a few minutes because I've been talking for a bit.
Okay, so I'm still working on my spinning, which is the BFL. I'm not going to pull it out. I haven't really done much on it. So, yeah, we'll talk about that, I guess, when I actually get more on it. Mm-hmm. Now, I do have a sad story on my hitchhiker, which I'm working on now. I noticed that there was a drop stitch, so I pulled back and was picking it up, and then later on yesterday, after I did all this, my huge horse of a dog came over and took apart my needle, pulled it out of it, brought my knitting down to this much.
And it was huge last time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like past 30 points. Now I'm like lucky if I'm at 15.
Now, did he break the yarn?
No.
It just was tangled, or what? He was trying to frog it for you because he saw you had a drop stitch and he was going to help you even though you had already fixed it.
I know. So he did that, and then he got the cake of yarn and started to like pull it apart, so it was in just a huge mess. And this was within 30 seconds of me getting up, going into the other room, and coming back. So he had a nice long time out while I tried to fix it.
She posted a picture to Instagram.
It was horrible.
Of the mess and the dog refusing to look at the camera.
Well, that was before he did it. That was when he was still being a good boy. But not when he was naughty.
Well, you said that he was naughty in that picture that you posted.
Not in that picture, but
no,
him being general.
Oh.
That was earlier on in the day, because otherwise you would have seen him going with his sad, long snout.
Yes.
Josh came in the room and was like, oh no, what did he do? He just looks pitiful. Like, we're not talking right now. He's just going to stay over there. It took me hours. I didn't get that finished until about like 11:30.
Wow, I was already in bed asleep.
Yeah. I couldn't go to bed. I couldn't find the end of it.
Oh no.
So that was like the first hour.
Yeah.
And then I found, I guess he did break the yarn. I found like a piece about that big, so maybe about 3 inches, that came off. And then, I don't know how he just got that little bit off.
Because his mouth is huge.
It's huge. And the last time he got into some yarn, it was after I finished socks. And so it was going to be scrap yarn. Mm-hmm. He made it so each little section was no bigger than 6 inches. I have no idea how he did that either. But, yeah. I should learn my lesson.
Yes, you should.
30 seconds, though. 30 seconds. Normally he, like, goes off and picks it up when it's, like, on the desk, not near the couch. So. But one of the other things I'm working on that I did not bring here is a dog crate mat, and it's out of Red Heart. I don't remember which colors, but so I brought them.
You brought the wrappers.
Yes.
I did bring a project, but I brought the wrappers from the yard.
So I've had these in my purse for pretty much a week.
You just like to carry them around.
No, I need to go buy some more.
Yeah, I figured that. I just am giving you a hard time.
Yeah. I don't even think I have all the wrappers.
That is hysterical. I'm like, I don't have the project, but here's the wrappers.
So if anybody knows me, then they know that I really like blue. And I've made a lot of projects with blue and grays and blacks. So I went through my just acrylic yarn, and I was wanting to do like a 3 or 4 yarn held together with a really big crochet hook. And I think it's like a size L or something. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. Mm-hmm. It's like a huge plastic one. And so I was going through. I'm like, oh, hey, I have 2 different colors blue and a black. And so I tried that, and it was not thick enough. I'm like, well, what else do I have? Hot pink, which I decided against. A bright purple, which I decided against. And then a whole bunch of, like, Simply Soft. And I'm not going to put Simply... I'll just tear that stuff together. Yeah.
We'll tear it together?
Yeah, tear it apart, whatever. So then I found a brown.
Yeah.
A brown. I'm like, well, he's brown. So I have light blue, black, a country blue, And then
is that regular country blue?
coffee. Yeah, it's regular
Not
country
light
blue.
country blue or dark country blue.
No, because I made my boyfriend a blanket a few years ago for his birthday, and it started off being red heart because that's what he wanted. I let him pick it out, and it was black and really, really dark blue, like navy blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got so angry at it. It ended up being ripped out so many times. So after a while, I'm like, I'm not doing it with this yarn. I've knit and crocheted too much hate in it. So I bought some Simply Soft, and it was country blue, light country blue, gray, and white. And then that went through the whole same thing again. And then I also got a black and a dark country blue. So I have all the country blues covered. And it ended up being lots of little granny squares.
Well, that's because you had ripped it out so many times or whatever that all she had left were like pieces that were like, this long or whatever. And she's like, I guess I'll make this pattern.
Well, I really like that pattern too. Yeah, it was a few little tiny granny square, a lot of them, and then there was some longer like rectangles.
Right, and then there was the epic edge finishing.
Yes,
at the Village Inn.
Yeah, it was one night at knitting because Josh was out of town for like a month in Texas, so I was planning on okay, it'll be his birthday present. I'll give it to him when he comes back. Crap, I don't have enough time to finish it, so we were at knitting, and then I was working on it, and then we're like, okay, let's go to Village Inn. And we were there until like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And one person was like crocheting.
Yeah.
Then another person was crocheting another color on the edge. Yeah. And then I was like finishing it.
Yeah.
It was
just like a stripe of like one color, and then for the edge it was like a stripe of one color that went all the way around, and then a second color. So the first person would start, and then the second person would come up behind. It was
it was epic.
It was like a weird relay race type of thing. So talk for a few more minutes while I finish this row.
Yeah, so I've worked on that. Oh, something that I haven't started working on that I got in my email that I want to look at, Knit Picks, has some patterns that are for dishcloths that they're putting up for free.
Oh.
Yeah, and I saw that, and there was some really cute ones. One was a pumpkin.
Is it pumpkin shaped, or does it just have like a
pumpkin shaped
on it?
No, it was shaped. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. And it's called pumpkin. Wow. So,
pumpkin.
Yeah, pumpkin.
Hard to say.
So, there's a pumpkin.
Oh, that's cute.
I know.
Yeah.
And then there's the ripples. Just the second one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then,
I was in the way of the dog, and she was just scratching my leg to get past.
And then the next one is Celebration, which is like little flowers, and it's in a round. So.
Oh, cute.
And
that looks like too fancy though to use as a dishcloth. That's like a decorative dishcloth that you just like hang up on the wall.
Well, not the ripples.
No, the flowery one.
Yeah. And I don't know if they have any more that's free, but it does say 52 weeks of dishcloths.
Oh.
A weekly dose of instant gratification. So
that's cool.
That came in my email earlier today, so we will see. I haven't been on there yet, so. That's it right now for me.
All right,
that I can think of.
The only thing I've been working on, and that I've been working on for the past week, probably, I think for the past week, is my Raise Infinity cowl.
Yay.
For the baseball season, which is almost over because there's only like 20 games left or something. And I pulled out my little calendar and to see like how, because I was like, oh, I haven't touched that in a while, but I didn't realize how long it had been. And I was like mid-June, and I had to do all of this in like July and all of August and whatever. And so I pulled that out, and I sat down one day. I think it was on Labor Day, because we went to the gym, and then when I got home, I was like, you know what? I think I had to do. Did I do laundry? I don't know. I was doing something because my whole life is like laundry now. Because I we both go to the gym so much, and I have John's work clothes. I have my work clothes. Like my laundry is like doubled because I have all these extra like gym clothes for every day. So
yes, because I had to go grocery shopping and you weren't going until later on that
right.
week.
So I don't know whatever I was doing, but I thought, well, let me sit down. I think I also was catching up on the DVR, and so because I've been in the gym and haven't had time to watch any of my DVR programs, so I sat down and I said, okay, well, let me get through the month, finish June, get through the month of July. So I did, like, all in one day. I finished up that much. And then, I think, the other night I was watching something on TV, and so I got through half of August. And then yesterday, I was like, oh no, we're recording on Sunday, and I really need to get this caught up. So I finished August, and then today, this morning, because I was very productive this morning, I got up through September 9th's game, which put me 2 games behind, not counting today's game, which is currently going on now. So I don't know who won or lost at this point. It might be over by now, but whatever. So anyway, so I am now, because I just did my last 2 games that I had to do, caught up with only like 20 games left to go. So here is the Rays season in so far. 142 games. No, I think today's game 142. So 141 games so far of my awesome cowl. Yay!
Yay!
And this is Simply Soft, and I think there's also one that's like a red heart. The soft. Light blue is a red heart soft, just because I couldn't find a Simply Soft that was the right color. So
I think it's used like regular country blue.
It wouldn't have matched. It wouldn't have been. But anyway, so there it is so far. So I have like 20 games left to go. It's gonna be like a really long cowl that I'll be able to put around my neck 2 times or more for that like 1 or 2 cold days that we
yes.
Every time it's a cold day, pretty much, I'm gonna have to wear this cowl, because I also, this past week, I've been doing like, let me get the month of July done, but I've also like gotten all the ends woven in too. So,
oh, that's good.
Oh yes. So I've been taking it, actually I haven't, because I've done it like a month at a time, but I've been taking it like, okay, so the away games are like in white. So I'm like, let me do this sequence of all these away games. And then it's like, okay, then there's a bunch of the blue games, which are the home games. So then I do, and I do the home games. But in between, so I'll do like the white ones for the away games, and then I weave in the ends. And then I'll do like the next like homestand series, and then I weave in the ends. And then I did like the next away and that type of stuff. So that way, at the very end of this project, I will not have like 4,000 ends to weave in.
Yeah.
So
that is the main thing.
Yes. So when I'm done with it, obviously I'll have to weave in ends from the last couple of games, and then, you know, just graft it together, and it'll be done. So that's
awesome.
The project I've been working on this week.
And hockey season's going to be starting up, and I need to.
And you're going to do one of these for hockey, right?
That is what I'm thinking, but I haven't ordered anything yet for it.
You got like 20 some odd days, right?
Yes, because it begins the 21st. No, 25th, I think. One of those days. The week of the 20th, we'll go with.
Of October?
No, of September.
Well, because the season, I thought, started in, they kept saying like 25 days till the season or something.
Preseason games, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just like, but October 20th is like, or 25th is like in 2 weeks. So, anyway.
Not September.
No, I mean September. Whatever. I don't know. It's the weekend. I don't know what dates are.
You're back in school.
Yeah. I know, but still. And I like got all my paperwork caught up, including like dates put on timesheets for the next couple time, pay periods, and so now I'm all messed up because I was doing a lot of October dates. Maybe that's why my mind's in October.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I really should know the date because like yesterday was my wedding anniversary. So okay. Anyway, so and now I worked on that thing and I don't have anything to work on. So
here, you want to work on my hitchhiker?
No, really, that's okay.
It's so pretty though. I'm just getting so much use out of this yarn. That's what I have to think about it.
Yes, you are. Lots of use.
At least you didn't rip it all out.
Right. That would have been really bad.
Yeah.
So, next on the agenda is to talk about things we are either watching or reading. And, I am like 3/4 of the way through The Cuckoo's Calling, which I started probably at the beginning of the summer. But like I said, I don't read a lot in the summer. I've had a little bit more time this past week to read because people are doing like baseline testing and stuff. So I think I'm like midway through part 4, and there are 5 parts of this book. So anyway, and that's again The Cuckoo's Calling by Robert Galbraith, however you say that, which is actually J.K. Rowling. And it's a murder mystery type thing. They're investigating a suicide because they think it wasn't a suicide. Are
there any cuckoo birds there?
No, the main character, I guess the main character, someone used to call her Cuckoo. I don't know.
Is she... I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it.
Well, I'm trying to think of how to answer it nicely. It was like a pet name term of endearment.
Okay, so it wasn't like she went to a hospital.
No. Okay. Well, actually, I think she did at one point, but but I don't think that's why they called her that.
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure. So
thank you for reading my mind.
Yes, that's what I'm here for. Be here all week. So anyway, so that's what I've been reading, kind of, and. One day, like, one of these episodes, and be like, I finished the book, but then I've got another one of her books to read, so that'll probably be the next one.
But it might go a little faster.
Probably. I would think so.
It's okay. I'm in the same boat with you.
Yeah. So, anyway, for watching stuff, like I said, I've been trying to get caught up on my DVR. I still haven't watched the last 2 episodes of Game of Thrones.
What? Hold on. Wait. Last Monday, you said, I'm going to go home and watch the Game of Thrones.
I did, and we didn't watch it. We didn't. But I finished Falling Skies because it was the series finale of that. And since I had been kind of spoiled on that, too, on Facebook, so I was like, well, I might as well sit down and watch this. But I wasn't, like, as badly spoiled as I was. Because the thing is with Game of Thrones, like, people spoiled it so hard that I'm just like, I don't even really want to see it. And plus the fact that this season of Game of Thrones, like, was so boring. Like, John and I watch it, and we are, like, fighting to stay awake during the episodes, because it's just, like, blah, 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 blah,
okay, I don't think it was
blah,
that
blah,
bad.
blah, 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 blah.
I think you're being over-dramatic.
That's about, like, 95% of the episode, and then at the last, like, 5 minutes, there's, like, some action, and it's, like, nothing. Although I think the most recent episode that we watched had, like, the White Walkers in it, but whatever. But that was only, like, the last 5 minutes of the episode. The whole episode leading up to that, like, 55 minutes leading up to that were just people sitting in rooms talking to other people.
It
sitting
wasn't
in
that
rooms. So, anyway.
Because all your other shows you watch are so action-packed.
I know. I think that's the problem.
No.
Because I used to be able to sit and, like, watch, like, period...
at Birth?
Well, actually, I haven't watched that at all this season.
Oh.
I think I've broken up with that show officially. But especially because I was reading something on Facebook about one of their plot lines this year, and it's with their interpreter, and their interpreter, who is, like, a kid that I guess knows sign language and happens to have taken the class before, so he's like, I'll interpret for you, and now he's, like, I don't know, doing something, giving sign language lessons. I don't know. I'm just like, no, I can't. I can't handle this right now. So I just haven't even, they're like 3 episodes into the season, haven't watched any of it, and really have no desire to. So, anyway, but anyway, I used to be able to sit and, like, watch, like, period dramas and, like, Masterpiece Theater and stuff, and now it's like, gosh, this is really boring. Some of it is. Like, if it's a murder mystery one on Masterpiece Theater, then I can get into it.
Especially if there's younger kids being murdered.
No! Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Well, think about all the ones that we were watching at the beginning of this.
There were. So anyway.
And then I have been watching a lot of Criminal Minds.
Yes.
A lot.
Yeah. So, John was watching an NCIS marathon today. I was like, really? And it was, like, early NCIS. So they were like, and I was laughing so hard because they had, like, a little thumb drive at one point as part of the evidence. They're like, well, we need to get the rest, we only have part of the thumb drive or something. And he's like, well, what could be on such a thing that's so small? And he's like, a lot. It's a whole 2 gigs of memory. And I was like, what? He's like, it'll hold a whole 2 gigs of information. And I was like, whoa, jump back. Like, that's a lot.
Okay, well, do you remember when they first came out?
I know, but it's just so funny that, like, because it's, it's probably from one of the earlier seasons or something, but they were like, the guy was like, whoa, that's a whole lot. And I was like, okay.
Well, I think, like, it must have been, like, 2003, maybe. It was for Christmas, and my sister came down to South Carolina to celebrate with me and my parents, with her kids. And so, Black Friday beforehand, my mom and I are out going shopping, and we go to Staples. I'm like, oh, look at a thumb drive. This is awesome. I'm going to get one for me and one for Joe. Mm-hmm. Because it was like on deep sale from $120 to $30.
They were so expensive, yeah.
For 512 megabytes. And so
that's
I got
so much space.
I know.
You can store so much on there.
And it was huge too.
Like
it was like
7 pictures.
Yeah. So I got that and I wrapped it up and my sister's like, oh, this is great. And my mom told me this afterwards. She's like, so that thing you gave your sister, what is it? Like, it's a thumb drive. Yeah, but I don't know what it is. I'm like, well, she should know. Sandy, she doesn't know. Joe, sorry if you are actually watching this. I'm calling you out. And so I'm like, okay, well, I can't, like, let her know that I know that she doesn't know what it is. So I told my mom exactly what to do, and she's like, wow, that is kind of useful. Like, yeah, you can store anything on there. It's a whole 512 megabytes.
You can store a whole CD on there.
It was great for
and
school.
2 pictures.
Yeah.
And maybe, if you're lucky, a Word document.
Well, don't forget, the pictures on the digital camera weren't like this. So
yeah.
I was looking at some of those the other day. I'm like, wow, this is really crappy.
Yes.
Why is everything so grainy?
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
So back on topic. So I finished up Falling Skies, which I won't say anything because Sandy's still like on season 2. So I also finished the series finale yesterday while I was working on my Infinity Cowl. I finished the series finale of Under the Dome, which the series finale led me to believe that they thought there was going to be a season 4, but
yeah, isn't this the last season?
Well, apparently, yes, that would be why it was a series finale, not a season finale.
Oh, I didn't hear series.
But yeah, it kind of led me to believe that, because I think that, like, they announced that it was canceled back, like, last month. So it kind of led me to believe that, hey, because they left a lot of stuff open, and it was kind of like, oh, this is how it could go on from here. Oh, just kidding. It's the series finale. And, you know.
Hold on, so they're still under the dome?
No, they're out of the dome.
Oh, okay.
And, like, so the whole time they were under the dome, and I verified this, it was only for 4 weeks that all this stuff happened. But then it jumped forward, like, they got out of the dome, and sorry if this is a spoiler, but it's been out for a couple days.
And it's been killing me to know.
Yeah. So then it jumped like a year in advance, so you could see what all the people were doing who made it out of the dome and whatever, and all this type of stuff. And so then, like, the end, though, they left it like so open-ended for either like, oh, well, we can bring this show back at any time, or basically, I mean, it looked like they were kind of like, yeah, and for next season, blah, blah, blah. Oh, never mind, here's the credits, because we just got canceled. I mean, that's pretty much what it was like. So, anyway, so I wasn't, like, very excited about it. I was just like, oh, okay. Yes. Took them 3 years to tell a story that happened in 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's kind of rough.
3 summers. But I think each season was only, like, 12 episodes, so it wasn't, like, a full, like, because it was only running during the summer, so it wasn't like, you know, when you watch something like what you said, Criminal Minds, or something where, like, a season's, like, 24 episodes, or, like, 22 episodes or something.
I'd be very upset then.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like, oh, I just watched, like, 66 episodes of this, but no. Anyway.
I'm on, like, episode 260-something, 280-something of Criminal Minds. Yeah.
So, I think that's about it, though, that I really have watched, because I'm caught up on Project Runway. And that, because I watched that yesterday, too, while I was working on my scarf cowl thing. And, I'm like 2 or 3 weeks behind on not Switch the Birth. I am on that one because I haven't watched it because I'm refusing to watch it. But on America's Next Top Model, I'm like 3 weeks behiund, 2 weeks behind.
No.
I don't know. So, yeah.
So you don't know if you need to continue past.
Well, I think I do
weeks.
because I haven't seen any like I would think that like on the people that either follow me or are friends with me on Facebook, I think that if the deaf guy gets kicked off, that there would be a huge like uproarious posting spree. So, so I'm assuming he's still on. We'll see.
So don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be like the Game of Thrones.
Then I'll be
a
like,
year later, she hasn't even finished it.
She only has 2 episodes left.
Yes.
So anyway, did you have anything to talk about? Watching, reading, whatever?
My Outlander book, I'm 13 hours into it, and it's broken into parts. So I just started part 2 out of, like, part 4s. Yeah. There's, like, yeah.
There's more than one part 4. It's like
well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4.
4, 5.
5.
Yeah.
5.2.
Yes.
Then it skips 6 and it goes to 7. Followed by 8.6.
So yeah, it's either like 4 or 5 parts.
Okay.
But I'm already 13 hours into it. And, I mean, it is interesting. It's just a lot to sit down to.
Oh,
In one bit, so I'm having to break it up.
I think that I'm probably, like, several episodes behind on Undisclosed, the podcast. I'm probably about... Because I keep forgetting about it, because I have my commute and everything now. So I'm like, oh, I can listen to it. But, like, the episodes are over... My commute's about 20-25 minutes, sometimes 30, depending on traffic. And the episodes are, like, 50 minutes. So I'm like, oh, okay, let me listen to, like, 30 minutes of this. And then, you know, on my commute home or wherever I'm going after work is like, oh, well, I only have 20 minutes to listen to. So I just kind of am like, oh,
yeah, I'm a bit behind on that, too.
Yeah.
Because...
not that I haven't been enjoying
I
it, but...
have not been doing the long walks recently.
Yes.
So...
Yes. Did you want to talk about that?
I hurt myself.
I forgot to ask you before the episode if we were going to mention your injury.
Yeah. Well,
it was on Labor Day too.
Yes, it was on Labor Day because I was laboring.
Yes, at the gym.
And
it was like a boxing with a little bit of kickboxing thrown in every once in a while class because they only offered 2 classes and they didn't really have a title as to what they were. So it was kind of like,
just
he was like, hey, who wants to box? Who wants to kickbox? Okay, we'll do a little of both.
It was awesome, but I think that my form was bad when I was coming back, stepping back, and my
from
calf
her flying
popped.
Whatever ninja
my flying ninja helicopter kick.
That's
what we're going with. Yeah. And so my calf popped, and I think I might have torn it partially, but
she hasn't gone to a doctor to verify this. So
no, it's getting better.
It's getting better. I don't have to go.
No, it's getting better. So I just need to do more stretching with it, and I've been taking it easy this last week. So,
yeah.
Yep. And then my book, I'll go back up.
Oh. I thought you were...
No, because I've been
Why did
reading
that just
the
highlight? Book. Dude, I don't know what's happening over here.
You just highlighted it.
I didn't mean to highlight it. I was trying to scroll.
Whatever. So, yeah.
Google Docs does not like me.
No, it doesn't. So I'm a bit farther through Killing Frost by John Marston in the Tomorrow series. What?
Nothing. Just.
Oh, wow.
You were just reading it straight from the screen. I'm a bit further from Killing Frost.
Yeah, well, I was trying to read his name. Yeah. And that's the third
I'm sorry,
book
I'll make it
the...
bigger next time.
Well, it's also like over there. And
I angled it towards you, too.
So I'm just going to read it. But yeah, it's a really
Can
good
I scroll
book.
now?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's had a twist that I did not see coming, which for teenage books, that normally doesn't happen.
Oh.
Because a lot of times it's like, oh, well, yeah, I figured, you know, that's going to happen, that's going to happen. And I'm like, well, yeah, you know, I was figuring that was going to happen. What? So, I need to go back and read some more of that. I was doing that yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
So, I don't think we have anything else to talk about, do we? I don't think so.
No.
I think that's it. So, anyway, and look, we're at like 40 minutes. And
I just realized I still have gum in my mouth, so I'm sorry if that was bothering anybody.
It was really bothering me, but I wasn't going to say anything about it.
Normally you remind me beforehand.
I actually don't notice if you have gum in your mouth, but I didn't, anyway, whatever.
You reminded me
about
last
like
time.
The gum inspector. Anyway, so, thank you for joining us today. You can find us on various social medias, including Twitter, in which we are 2 Crafty Stitches, and Crafty, of course, is with a K. We are also individually on Instagram as Knits and Bits. That would be over here. And you can see her picture of Klaus and the
yarn mess.
Yeah. And then as Girly Girl 75. And you can see pictures of my dog.
Which you saw part of it.
Yeah, well, she abandoned us like halfway through the episode and went downstairs, so, you know, whatever. And we also have our show notes, which I was able to get show notes up for 2 episodes last time, and they're not like the best show notes, but you know what, they're there. So hopefully in the next day or 2 we'll get show notes up for this episode, and that will be 2craftystitches.wordpress.com. Yes, and I said it in the right order, so that's awesome. Anyway, I think that's it.
Yeah.
And I gotta find the mouse.
Happy crafting.
Bye.